educations. Well, you could have chosen many things, many different kind of educations, MBAs. Why did you choose 180 Academy?
I think that I simply, when I learned about the material of 180, I looked through every single item of it, and I said, this applies to me, and this applies to me too, this applies to me too. I went and did some research on other MBAs, and looking around at the students, the want-to-be students there, I looked at them and said, okay, is this me? Well, not really. And I think my profile doing concept creation, I really like to work with people that can change me, and where I don't always have to change them. So I had this idea that an education like this would attract people that can actually teach me something, and I think that after Module 1 I'm right, that they actually did.
So you got something out of it, like a very apprehensive on fly. I remember that we had a chat about this.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel now, like everything flowed in? What did you get out of Module 1?
Well, actually, everything has not really fallen down yet. I still go and learn every day. I think the biggest learning has taken place, and there are certain aspects and issues. First of all, there's this skill set of dealing with people and getting this, you could call it like professional empathy or something like that. That it's easier for me now to go and try and talk to and listen to other people because of this module. So that's the kind of the core skill. But then also learning a lot about myself and my impact on others, especially through some of the different challenges we had there. I think, and that we were in learning mode. If this had been a tour for the traveling with the company, we would never have stepped back and discussed, okay, what happened here and why this and why that. So I think that the act of deliberately going to school and going and facing challenges like this has taught a lot. So it's kind of twofold.
That's right. Yeah. Sorry. Interrupted you.
Yeah.
It's twofold. Exactly what it is. Your teamwork showed a lot about this twofoldness. That you like, and the way you run away to help the people, small businesses, to get the attempt the right way to create something valuable, something beautiful. On the other way, you learn also from the individuals. How would you estimate your connection with those people? What would you think? What would you do?
How close we got to the people that we met? Somehow, especially the people that we saw more than just kind of a couple of minutes, I felt that we connected relatively well. For the business place people, that was where we met. Obviously, Sean, who was kind of we were supposed to get to know him quite well because he's part of the team as well, and he's also part of working down there. I felt that we got pretty close, and the way that I feel the closer we get is that how quickly and how open people they address their own, if they're in doubt of anything or if they want to ask about something. It's like how quickly do they get to the matter. That's what counts to me. Like how I usually work, and I don't know about the customer. The Isabella, the dressmaker that we went and visited, it felt like we, at least to me when I was there or when we were there, that we had like 15 minutes of kind of, okay, let's get this thing done right, and then suddenly we just emerged into the situation, and because we showed signs that we were kind of on eye height, I actually felt that there was a lot of good connection there, and she really started to talk about how life was living in Soweto, having your own business, and it felt like very much like we were there. So of course it's only a glimpse, but I think that we could actually have learned, or we learned quite a lot on how it is to emerge there. I I think for Karen, that's her kind of daily job. So maybe not the biggest learning for her since she does that daily. I think for Annie and myself and for Isabella, it was a very big moment. But I'll ask Karen next time. She learned something else, obviously, because she typically works alone, and suddenly she was with others, and the way that we could balance the interview to get even kind of deeper in the conversation. So there.
It's quite interesting point of view that you've got the explanation, and I got to ask you, try and imagine you're coming to South Africa, you're the students, and there are three types of stakeholders: the business place, you the students, and of course the small man from the ground.
Yeah.
Who do you think are experts in this?
Well, somehow we have had so many different issues that we wanted to cover that there really were no experts. And I think that the most important learning part there was that we actually realized that there are no experts in this world. People have their expertise field, but as soon as you blur the situation up in real life challenges where things are not as obvious as they are in the books, then there are no experts. People, they can be expert in some area but not in the other. There are generalists who are good at adapting, and those are the players that we see. So I think what we can really learn is to keep our eyes and ears open and be flexible and spotting who, and get better at also showing who knows what, who has which strengths. And the more agile we get, displaying what can I contribute, and reading what powers do other have or skills do other have. That's where we get. That's when we start to get strong as a team. So trying that in some of the other modules.
That's perfect. We're looking forward to the next module, Michael. Do you think that things that was it difficult for you to close your eyes and ears and leave your word behind when you get to South Africa? Because you were asked to keep your job and your profession completely out of the session. Do you succeed on that, or do you think that was a good idea?
Actually, that's not the biggest challenge that I have, because one of the ways that I've practiced working for quite a lot of years now is to actually try to be where I am and let go of other parallel activities. I think my wife and family sometimes get annoyed that I'm not there, even though I could have called them kind of as many do. But I to cope and to really be present, I also often let go of others. So for me, that wasn't the big problem. And then I also suffered severe hardware breakdown. So a laptop died on the way down, and I just didn't bother with all that from back home. Well, I did think a lot about back home from a learning perspective, saying, well, okay, constantly reflect, okay, how does this relate to my work and what we are doing? Because we are actually trying to build up this innovation team here at my work. So trying to learn from that.
Michael, last question. What do you think about the education? How would you estimate the structure of it?
Well, from what I have read, we have the three main areas. So this like people-centric understanding the topics. The first one, this collect. Then the create, where I've kind of worked the last 10 years in that area. So where I hope that I'll top up some knowledge and share points of view. And then this commercialize, getting the like what to do with an idea, how to go commercial, and how to think of it more in those terms. So that's the kind of the overall structure. I think that where we are right now, we got home, kind of, if you could say, it's the first inning. That we got home with a kind of an okay score. We are not. I think we could have been much better, but at least we homed it in. thanks to that Jerry made this crash landing, 20 minutes crash landing on the last day, when he explained what we were supposed to have done. So there's a lot of reflection that we are still lagging, and I hope that we'll be able to catch up on that on the next module. That's for sure. So we had this 4 guys on this row of 4 on the way home, where we spent from takeoff at 7 to around 1:30 when we got kicked to bed by our fellow passengers. We had a lot of reflection going on there, and I hope that the others have found other means to reflect and get things straight before Module 2.